Video is going to be about placing images in InDesign. I'm going to go ahead and place an image. So File, Place, and I got my preloaded cursor and just clicked. And that adds the image to the page. If I were to do that again, File, Place, and choose that image, instead of placing by just a click, I can click and drag. And I'm clicking and dragging, and my cursor is showing that it's maintaining proportions as I drag across the 7 columns on my document. So this will help us maintain proportion. Zooming in, that image is now set across the page. You can independently change the size of the frame and the size of the image. And you do that by using these two buttons here. We've got the black arrow, which is the selection tool, and the white arrow, which is the direct select tool. So by clicking on the image, that moves both the frame and the image. So in InDesign, there are actually two ways that the frame, which can help you crop, and so I'm cropping here just by using that black arrow tool and bringing in one side. And I really would like to have these mountains kind of closer to the center here. So I've gone and cropped the image. It doesn't mean that the image has gone away, that other data. It's kind of hidden from view because we've cropped it. So now I have my white arrow tool and I'm clicking and dragging, and I'm reframing the image inside the smaller frame that I modified. So going to that black arrow again, I click away and then re-click, and that moves both the image and the frame. If I were on that white arrow tool, I could move that and get a little confused because I'm moving that image away from the frame. So that's one of those things to kind of keep in mind, that we have those two options. If I wanted this newly cropped image to stretch across the 7 columns, if I were to click and drag, that just changes the frame with that black arrow tool. I can go ahead and click on my keyboard. Whoop, let me undo that. I had my finger in the wrong place. So if I go ahead and click on that bottom corner, and then on my keyboard I'm using Command Shift. Hey. There we go. Command Shift. My computer needs a little bit more coffee. It maintains your proportions within that new crop, and you can click and drag. That way you don't start stretching or stretching. We don't want a situation where we're squishing the image or stretching the image or squishing the image. So like I'm doing now is I'm just modifying the image and I'm squishing it or stretching it. So we want to make sure that always our photography is maintaining those proportions that we had when we placed the image. But this is just going in and cropping the frame. If you click and hold when you have that white arrow or the direct select tool, you can kind of get an onion skin. That's what that's called, when you can see the image or the kind of the background that's hidden from our new cropped frame. So it's a kind of a click and hold, and that way you can kind of see that onion skinning behind it.